what was question 1?
15% of 200.
Can I get a hand?
15% of 200.
15% of 200. When you look at this, what's the first thing you think I'd like you to notice?
The of.
The of. Why the of?
Because it's yeah.
Shad? What Dory said. Because you have to multiply.
Because it's high.
Um,
Well, they said because it's
of 200. Anytime you see that of, for the most part, it indicates to you that you multiply. So, how do I multiply a percent? What's the next kind of thing I might want to be thinking of? Convert it to a decimal. So there's 2 approaches for that. And if you don't know, you can check the chart over there. I'll put that up on the wall when you'll need it, really. But if you look here, you can see the way to get from percent to decimal is to divide by 100 or move the decimal to the left. Either way, that's going to become 0.15. I don't need you explaining how you get from decimal to fraction, decimal, any of those things, because they are reviewed from so many years ago. Of means times 200, and then you just smash that into your calculator and you get 30. Some of you might have been able to common sense it out that, well, 15% is 15 out of 100, so 15 to 200 is going to be twice that. If you did that, that's fine too. Second question.
40% of 50.
Go.
40% of 50.
Was it 40% of 50? Or 40% of a number is 50?
No,
Correct?
if 40% was 20.
Okay, sorry. Oh, she gave the
40%
answer?
was 20.
40% of a number is 20. So I'm asking you what's the number, correct?
Yeah.
And apparently it's 50. So how would you go about finding this? What are you guys thinking? Go?
4 times 5 equals 0.4 times 5
Equals 20?
yeah. No,
Okay.
no, like 4 times 5 equals 20, and then like I put a 0 in the 5 after the 5 because you have to move the decimal.
Okay. So what you did is you got to 0.4. Okay? And then she's thinking 0.4 times something equals 20 because 40% of a number is 20. That makes sense. And so what she did in her head was the idea, I'm going to put it down here, is the idea that, well, 4 times 5 is 20. So that means 0.4 times 50 is going to be 20. So that's what you were kind of thinking, correct? And that's fine. That's good mental math. If that's how you get it, that's how you get it, which is great. The only issue with that is going to be that mental math in general doesn't hold up well on a test because you get to an answer. So you need a way to get it on paper, and you need a way that makes sense. So here's the way I would do it if I were you. And I know some of you did it this way as well. So 0.4 times a number, what might I put in place of a number for now? P for price, but I'm going to use N for number this time. N. 0.4 times N is 20. I want the N by itself on one side. And if I do proper balancing math, when the N is by itself on one side, the other side will tell me what N is worth. Go. Right, divide by 0.4. So what I'm going to do now, N, or it will really be 0.4 times N divided by 0.4. Those are going to cancel out. It's going to leave me with N. 20 divided by 0.4. And you can smash that into your calculator. Or if you're good with fractions, you can remember that that's 4 out of 10. 20 divided by 4 out of 10 is the same as 20 times 10 over 4. 20 times 10 is 200, divided by 4 is 50. Absolutely, into your calculator. Boom, 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 gets 50. No problem. Last one. Can somebody read it for me, please, and thank you? If they remember it. They might not have written it down. Go.
$70 item will be 30% off tomorrow. What will
$70 today. It's going to be 30% off tomorrow. This writing is atrocious. What will that price be? Does anybody hear? What do I actually want? What do I need to know? Like, I want you to think about the process if there were no numbers. I have some price. I have some discount percentage. What could I figure out first? What did you figure out first? I'll put it that way. How's that? There you go. Yeah?
I'm getting it wrong.
That's fine.
I put the 30% to decimal.
That's a great place to start because decimals are useful in our calculator. So what did it come out to?
0.30.
0.3 with a question mark is correct. 0.3 is 30% as a decimal. So now that I know that decimal, what can I do?
I did 70 times 0.3.
He did 70 times 0.3. That got him 21, I'm presuming.
Yeah.
And what is that 21?
It's how much money you save every 7 that you buy.
Yeah, it's how much money you save
Every time you buy 7.
every time you bought that thing, I guess. You take $21 off the price.
So you get 2,498.
So, what am I going to pay for that item then? This question is now like a grade 2 question. Go. 49. 70 minus 21 is, I'm presuming, how you got that. Equals 49. And that's your sale price. You can totally do it that way. I would not. Anyone want to guess how I would do it?
Some fancy number.
No.
Really?
I'm doing it in a way that is easier to manage in my head. Go. Like,
Wait, what are we doing now?
you're on the right track. Because what she's saying is, like, can't we just find the percent of the value that we're actually going to pay and just figure out one calculation instead of having a subtraction part two? And you would. If it's 30% off, what percent am I going to pay? How much? What percent is it most of the time? 100%. So if it's 30% off tomorrow, what percent am I going to pay? 70%. And most people can do that in their head. So if I know what 70% is what I'm going to pay, I need to find 70% of 70. And that's one calculation.
What is your percent?
So that's 0.7 times, I don't know, 70 equals 49. That's how I would do it because I think that's way easier. But again, there's multiple methods for these. Both get you to 49. Excellent.